Have you ever stumbled upon a mystery that is so profound, it shakes the very foundation of your understanding? A mystery like the Nephilim. These enigmatic figures briefly mentioned in the Bible have sparked countless debates, theories, and interpretations. Yet their true identity remains shrouded in the mists of time. Were they giants, fallen angels, or something else entirely? In the shadows of ancient texts, there lies a mystery that has perplexed scholars for centuries, the enigma of the Nephilim. Our journey starts in the book of Genesis, the first book of the Bible. This sacred text, revered by millions, introduces us to the Nephilim in a brief yet haunting passage. The 6th chapter of Genesis describes a time when the sons of God saw that the daughters of humans were beautiful and they married any they chose. The offspring of these unions were the Nephilim, mentioned as the giants of old or the heroes of renown. This curious narrative, nestled within the early chapters of Genesis, has stirred the minds of theologians, historians, and curious readers alike. The term Nephilim itself is shrouded in mystery. Rooted in the Hebrew verb naphal, it may mean the fallen ones, or perhaps those causing others to fall. Whichever interpretation one leans towards, it's clear that these beings were extraordinary, powerful, and to some degree, unsettling. Now, the origins of the Nephilim are equally confounding. Who exactly were the sons of God who mated with the daughters of humans? Some suggest they were angels, divine beings who strayed from their celestial duties driven by desire for mortal women. Others propose they were the descendants of Seth, the righteous line of Adam, who intermingled with Cain's wicked offspring. This supernatural union, whichever way it's interpreted, led to the creation of beings that were not entirely human, nor completely divine. They were hybrids, straddling the realms of mortals and the divine, and their presence provoked divine displeasure, leading to cataclysmic consequences. But the heart of the controversy lies in their nature. Were the Nephilim evil giants, wreaking havoc and spreading corruption as some texts suggest? Or were they mighty heroes, as implied by the term Men of Renown? The debate has raged on for centuries, with no definitive answers in sight. Described as the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of humans, these beings have sparked endless debates about their true nature. Yet despite the mystery that surrounds them, one thing is certain: the story of the Nephilim continues to captivate us, inviting us to delve deeper into the enigmatic corners of biblical history. Over the millennia, the Nephilim have been interpreted in various ways. The most prevalent interpretations fall into 3 categories: fallen angels, mighty warriors, or an entirely different category of beings. The first theory posits the Nephilim as fallen angels, celestial beings who rebelled against divine order. This interpretation stems from the literal translation of Nephilim as fallen ones. Proponents of this view argue that these beings, in their pursuit of earthly desires, disrupted the balance of the divine and mortal realms. The second theory sees the Nephilim as mighty warriors or legendary heroes. In this perspective, the sons of God are understood as nobles or kings, and their offspring with the daughters of humans are regarded as individuals of great strength and renown. This interpretation focuses on the physical prowess and influential status these figures held in ancient societies. The third theory proposes that the Nephilim were a distinct race of beings, neither fully divine nor fully human. This view suggests that the Nephilim were the result of an unnatural union, leading to a unique hybrid existence. This theory often links the Nephilim to myths of giants and demigods found in other ancient cultures. Each of these theories offers a different lens through which to view the Nephilim, and each has its own implications for understanding human history. If the Nephilim were fallen angels, it speaks to a cosmic struggle between good and evil. If they were mighty warriors, it points to the glorification of power and might in ancient societies. And if they were a distinct race, it opens up intriguing questions about the nature of existence and the boundaries between the divine and the mortal. Theories abound, each adding layers to this ancient puzzle. As we delve deeper into the mystery of the Nephilim, we find ourselves drawn into a fascinating exploration of faith, history, and the enigmatic corners of biblical narratives. The story of the Nephilim extends beyond Genesis, permeating other ancient texts. These beings, seemingly larger than life, find mention in several apocryphal and pseudepigraphic writings, further adding to their enigmatic presence. One of the most significant of these is the Book of Enoch, an ancient Jewish religious work ascribed to Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah. In this text, the Nephilim are referred to as the Watchers, heavenly beings who descended to earth, mated with human women, and sired the Nephilim. Their portrayal in the Book of Enoch is far more elaborate than in Genesis. Here, these giants are not just oversized beings, but creatures of chaos and destruction. They consume all the resources of men, and when those are exhausted, they turn upon humanity itself, wreaking havoc and spilling blood. The Nephilim in these other texts are a force of disruption, embodying the perils of crossing certain divine boundaries. They are depicted as the progeny of angels and mortals, an unnatural union that brought forth beings of immense power and terrifying presence. Their existence prompts divine wrath, leading to the cataclysmic events that follow, painting a picture of a world thrown into chaos by their very presence. Here, they're depicted as giants, the progeny of angels and mortals, bringing chaos to the earth. The Nephilim's existence had profound implications for humanity. These enigmatic giants, born of divine and mortal union, are said to have brought about a time of great chaos and upheaval. As their influence spread, so too did the corruption and wickedness of the world. Some theologians even suggest that the Nephilim were a key factor in the advent of the Great Flood. This cataclysmic event, described in Genesis, was nothing short of a divine reset button, a divine intervention designed to cleanse the world of its rampant disorder. But here's an intriguing thought. Did the Nephilim truly perish in the deluge, or did they somehow survive? There are those who argue that traces of their legacy can be found in the post-flood world. If so, what could this mean for our understanding of human history and our place in it? Their legacy seemingly endures beyond this cataclysm. In modern times, the Nephilim continue to captivate our imaginations. Their mystique permeates through the tapestry of our culture, influencing literature and film. They are often depicted as towering, formidable entities, a fusion of divine and human elements that defies our understanding of the natural world. In the realm of literature, they've been reimagined as the titans of old, the fallen angels, the precursors to myths of giants and gods. In cinema, their story serves as the backdrop for epic sagas, their stature and might personifying the struggle between good and evil, divine and mortal, chaos and order. These modern interpretations, while varied, reflect our collective fascination with the enigmatic. They challenge us to question, to seek, to imagine. They invite us into a world where the line between myth and reality blurs, where the ancient and the contemporary intersect. But what truths lie behind these mythic figures? The mystery of the Nephilim, like many biblical enigmas, invites us to explore the depths of our faith and imagination. These ancient beings, born of divine and mortal union, are more than just figures of antiquity. They are catalysts for thought, challenging us to question and contemplate the boundaries of our understanding. As we delve deeper into the enigma of the Nephilim, we grapple with questions that have persisted for centuries. Were they truly the offspring of divine beings and mortal women? Or were they simply men of renown, their stature and deeds exaggerated over time? Are they symbolic figures, representing the struggle between good and evil? Or do they hold a literal place within the history of mankind? These questions are not easy to answer. They require us to engage with the text, to wrestle with its ambiguities and contradictions. Yet this is not a futile pursuit. Rather, it is a testament to the richness and complexity of the biblical narrative, a narrative that continues to captivate and inspire us thousands of years after it was first written. The Nephilim also remind us of the enduring fascination that we humans have with the unknown. Their story, shrouded in mystery, has given rise to countless theories and interpretations, each more intriguing than the last. They have inspired works of art, literature, and film, and have found their place within the collective imagination of mankind. In a world that often demands certainty and concrete answers, the Nephilim invite us to embrace the unknown, to revel in the beauty of mystery. They remind us that not all questions have clear-cut answers, and that's okay. In fact, It is often in the pursuit of these answers that we find the most profound insights. As we ponder their story, we're reminded of the vast, uncharted territories of the divine narrative. We are left with a sense of awe and wonder, a renewed thirst for knowledge, and a deepened appreciation for the richness and complexity of